All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Gallup, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Down. 18 Gator. 54 miles. Stop your running. Get.
On first down, it's Bailey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
So that route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bailey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
This is the tight end fan, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
180. Watch the pass. Alert, 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 alert. Pistol. Check 50. Watch out.
Mayfield on play action. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Ready up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and 11. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 54. Big stop, G. Big stop.
On second down now. It's Bailey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
60 Pittsburgh. 61. Matchbox light.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's checking.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Steps away to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Hey, alert! Hey, Haywood!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lambeau on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Play fake. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ryan Switzer with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, box cut, box cut.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Come on, fellas.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield now buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
180. Regular. Point it right. I got it.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next quarter is going to have a major impact on this game.
On the ball.
They'll run on first down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that harder.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's back. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Super toe.
They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. My touch.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, dog.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check safety, check safety.
My touch.
Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Regular. Hurry. Cut.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It's just me and you.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check 59, Mike. Smooth. Mike to 59.
Mike.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Real.
4th down, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try again with Cook, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Watch the slant. Bravo.
Mike 5-4.
So don't say nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Bailey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They run the counter. It's Bailey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. Bailey, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Beck. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field. To draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's make these babies cry.
Back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Cook following the penalty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. I used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
King. Hey, dude.
Check.
Mayfield looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Out to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ready up.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Point it right.
Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw, Mayfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because
and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Falcons, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.